Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say, 'cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So save your worries, slide your loving. I can feel that good things coming. Finally believe that it's gonna be a bright one here.
Hi, I'm Kel of Kel's Lampwork Glass channel. Hi subscribers, new subscribers and people that have just popped in. If you could please like, comment, share and subscribe and hit the notification bell, I would be grateful. Today we're going to be making a pair of memory wire earrings with SoftFlex's kit Double Rainbow. So here we've got some beads from the Double Rainbow kit, which I will find you the name of the beads now. These clear beads, the one at the bottom and this one like going up, are the 6mm check glass clear with AB finish fire polish, and the ones in the middle are 4mm crystal Maria Druck beads. So that's the beads that we're going to use. We are going to be using some 0.6mm silver memory wire. That's what we're going to be using. We're going to be using 10 centimeters of that. We're going to be using some 26 gauge wire in silver, which the length of that in centimeters, which I've got cut off. Hold on, I don't want to put twists in it, so I'm being very careful, because you never want to put twists in your 26 gauge wire because they're a pain to get out, to be honest. I probably won't need all this wire, but it's what I had cut off for making the first earring. So I've got like over 100 centimeters in 26 gauge wire. So that they're the beads that we're going to be using, and the wire. We're also going to be using our memory wire cutters. The reason we're using these is because if we don't use these on the memory wire, we will smash up our flush cutters, which we will also be using on our standard wire, on our 26 gauge wire. So memory cutters for memory wire, standard cutters for standard wire. Otherwise you will mash up your very lovely blades here, which you sure don't want to do on your memory wire. You are also going to need some round nose pliers. I'm using memory round nose pliers, but you can use, if I've got a pair to hand, yes I have, a pair of standard round nose pliers, alright, to make the loop at the bottom. You are also going to need a pair of duckbill pliers, or square nose pliers as I prefer to call them, to make the bend on the ear wire, on the memory wire. You're also going to need something like chain nose pliers, bent nose pliers. But another thing you can make the loop with, I've just thought, are 6-step pliers. That's another thing you can make the loop with. The other set of pliers you can use are like a thinner pair of thin tip pliers, like a pair of Zorons. So something like that. So, and the very last thing, you're going to need something to round off the ends of the wire here. A cut burr tends not to work very well because it's memory wire. A foil tends to work very well. Right. What I'm using is I'm using a Dremel, Tech Life, which I got off Amazon, and just a sandpaper bit on it. So that's what I'm using. It's just electric Dremel. That's what I'm going to use. This is how loud it sounds at different speeds. It'll sound a bit louder when on the metal. I will show you how to use it, but I'm not going to smooth it all the way when on camera. So this is what we're going to make. So as you can see, we've got the bead on one side of the loop here. So you've got the loop here, and we've got the bead on the one side. On the other earring, we're going to have the bead on the other side of the loop. So when you put them in your ears, so you put it in your ear that way, right? When you put your other one in, your bead's on the other side of the loop. Sorry, one of my hairs lurking around in camera. I do apologise. So you'll have the other bead on the other side of the earring, right? And then just the beads going up the outside of the earring. So that's basically what we're going to do. So for now, we are just going to need our memory wire cutters. Oh, and the other thing we're going to need is tape measure. You're preferably going to need a soft tape measure because it's memory wire. Memory wire doesn't really straighten out very well. So let's find the end of the memory wire, because as you probably know, memory wire loves to go hide its ends. So now we are going to do 10 centimeters, which just before I find my end, I'll tell you what that is in inches. That is about 4 inches. And all you're going to do is just go round the memory wire till you get to 10 centimeters. Then you're going to get your cutters, come under where the 10 centimeter mark is, and just cut it. And hold on to both wires. As you can see, I've got my hand underneath on one, hand on the top on the other one. So it just holds it. And the length of it is a little length like that. It may not seem a lot, but it makes a very good earring. So now, you're still going to need your tape measure. But this time, you're going to need your duck bill, or as I said, square nose pliers, as I like to call them. And you're going to want to go 3 centimeters down, and 3 centimeters is 1 1/8 inches. Right, so you're going to want to follow it round to there. You're going to get your pliers in, and just bend it over your pliers, just so you've got a bend like that. So that's all you need your tape measure for. So now, let's put those tools out the way. So now, we're going to use the little loop on here. And it would help if I actually took the band off this. I'm wondering why it's not been playing nice with me looping. It's because I couldn't see the band. Now, on this one, as you can see, I used a small loop, as you can tell when I put the loop on. Alright, so again, I'm going to use the small loop on this one. So the same as standard pliers, you just put it in so you can't see the tip and you can't feel the tip. So run your thumb over it and then just round it round. Till it meets the wire. It might take a bit of torque, but then you will have something that looks like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so it goes in your ear like that. We're going to be working on this side of the earring. So we're going to put the bead there, and then we're going to work up the outside. So our very first bead is going to be one of these clear AB ones. As you can see, I've got bead stoppers on the end to stop my beads falling off. I've got it on both of them. Best way to stop your beads falling off anything, especially if you're moving them about. So, I'm going to take that bead off, but before I do anything, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, on the one side here, I'm going to pull my wire through, and I'm just going to wire wrap over the other side. Bit fiddly to show on camera, so up and through, which you can use your tools for. Once I've got this one through, I'll grab my chain nose pliers and pull it through so I can pull it tight. And then again, up and through. I tend to find it easier to feed it through with my fingers and then grab it with my pliers to pull it tight. But everyone has a different way of working. So whatever's easiest for you, you do. So if you find it easier to use your pliers to do it, to wrap, to feed it through and then grab it, or grab it then feed it through, or whichever, or feed it through both ways. So basically feed it through with your pliers and grab it with your pliers, do that. So you can do 3, 4, as many as you like to secure it. I'm just going to do these 4. Then I'm going to tamper it down. Give it a cut off by holding my wires. And then make sure the little bits are pushed down. Push my wires together. Just got to do something because I slightly put my wire on the wrong side. So just bring my wire through and then retighten that back up. So I had my wire, the one that I'm about to wrap with, on the wrong side of the loop. Right, so now I've got a long wire. I'm going to feed my bead onto my wire. Gently bring it down the wire, preferably without putting knots in my wire. Getting a little tangled in stuff. Right, somehow my wires managed to get tangled, so give me 2 seconds. There we go. And here we have it. So just let me double check my direction. So I need to be on that side. Always make sure your direction before you put your first bead on. It's a lot harder with a very long length of wire. I am going to do something just before I tighten my wire wraps. I'm just tightening up that loop. So now I'm going to get the end of the wire and we're going to go round the frame here of to attach the bead. Very gently, keeping our thumb in the wire to begin with till it gets down to the close down to where it's attaching. If it had attached. I'm having one of them days. You know, when you really want to do something and it just does not want to work. It worked perfectly fine off camera, but not on camera. See if I can tighten this loop up, because I think that's half my problem, that this loop just does not want to tighten. Right, there we go, that should do it. I do apologise about that. Everyone has issues. So, as I was saying, so now, through, keeping it so your wire doesn't get a kink in it, and pulling tight. Same again. You want to attach three wire wraps to secure the bead, at least. Because as you can see, it's already getting more and more stable as I pull. So now you've done those two, you want to do 3 going up the earring. Sorry about knocking you about. Keeping them close together. Use your pliers if you must to pull your wire wraps so they're really close together. Right, so now we add on our next bead, which is a drock. Now these need to go along the spine of the earring. So again, nice and tight, making sure you hold it in place. And you do 3 wraps. And then make sure everything's pushed down. You want to go back and tighten up your ones that are on your loop. You can go back and squish them in place. And squish your wire down. But be careful when doing it next to your bead. So now I'm going to add on another one of the ABs. If you get a loop, just make sure to gently unloop it so that it doesn't turn into a knot. If you get a very tight loop, the same thing goes, very gently unloop it. And then use your nylon jaw pliers to to smooth out the loop, to smooth out the knots. And again, 3 wire wraps, making sure to push them down. And then back to the drop. So in the end, you want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of your and 6 of your clear AB crystals. And you want to do 5 of your drugs. Because I'm sure a lot of you wire wrap a lot quicker than me and a lot neater than me. As you see, I'm keeping hold of the bead and then wire wrapping. And then I'm pushing the wire wraps and the bead down towards everything else. At the moment, I found something quite interesting to watch. I don't know how many of you are into anime, but I'm watching Demon Slayer, right? Which honestly, it's been years since I've watched any anime, and I mean years. Because I just honestly haven't had time to sit down and enjoy it. So, why, as I'm sure, like the people that have read my posts, right, I've been caring for my ex-husband, whom has had quite a nasty accident. He came off an electric bike avoiding a child. I heard run out in the road, and I've been watching anime with him while I've been helping him, which is sadly why I've not been able to do as many videos as I usually would. So I've been watching anime with him and helping look after him. But hopefully I will get some more videos out as he gets stronger and he doesn't need as much assistance. But the anime, it's been very enjoyable being able to watch it again. Always follow the path that your wire is going. So if your wire is going front to back, follow it. Don't try and go back, try and like wrap back and then back over the front. Just keep following the route of your wire. So you see here how mine's come out the front. When I get my bead on, I will go back over the back. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So you see how my wire's coming out the front here. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to go over the back, bring my bead down, hold my bead, and then go back over the fronts. So it's called following the route of your wire. So you're not backpedaling on your wire. I'd like to in the comments if you guys have been watching anything interesting. Right, or if you've got any good animes you suggest for me to watch. Because honestly, I'm always up for a good suggestion. I'd love to hear if you've got any good animes to watch. Alright, and just keep pushing your beads down as you're doing it. You might have to twist them up onto the spine. Ugh. My wire keeps hooking between my table, between the gap in my table. So I'm getting attached to stuff. Right, I'm going to show you in a minute how to get a kink out your wire, because I've just put a kink in my wire further up after I've finished wrapping this bead on. So, as you see here, I've kinked my wire. So all you need to do, unkink your wire, and when I find my nylon jaw pliers, which I know were on here somewhere, well they were. If you have nylon jaw pliers, which mine seem to, there they are. Take your nylon jaw pliers, unkink it, and then just run your nylon jaw pliers across it. But very gently unkink it. But same if you've got like a loop in it. So say it looped over, like really looped over, you'd unloop it very gently and then take your nylon jaw pliers to it and just gently smooth it out. So this is going to be the last 4mm Crystal Maria drop bead. This is what this is going to be, the last one that goes on. So again, oh sorry, that camera frame then. Up and over. I will tell you how much wire I've got left when I finish wrapping. So you know exactly how much wire to cut with a little extra left over. Now this is our last what bead is it? 6mm check glass clear with AB finished fire polish. That's what this is. It's our last one. And then we'll be cutting the wire and tampering it down. Then I'll show you how I use the Dremel bit. To smooth out the ends. Alright, so there we go. We've got that on the end. I'm just going to push it down. Push everything else down towards the end. Make sure all the beads stand up on the edge. Get my cutters. Cut as close as I possibly can. Just put that off to the side now, especially without sending drucks everywhere. So now I'm going to tamper this down. So now, with this, all we do, I'm going to put it on low speed to begin with. Alright, and you just smooth on the end. Preferably without smoothing your own nails. Nearly done. You got to try it so you don't go right off the edge. So you just got to try and get enough control of it. It's just making sure you get just right. Just like that. That's why you only have it on low. And there we have a pair of memory wire earrings made with clear crystal beads and druck beads. I hope you enjoyed this video, Right, even with my little blunders of arguing with the wire, as I always do with the wire projects, because you know me and wire don't always agree. So, but as you can see, you can move them down to get them in the right place, and just give the wire a bit. Once you've got it in place properly, as I obviously didn't because I could move it, give the wire a really good squish. There we go. I got it now. Alright, so there we go. Got a perfect pair of earrings. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll be back with more videos soon. Thank you for watching, and if you could please like, comment, share and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you are notified when new videos are shared, I will be grateful. And I'll see you again soon, subscribers, new subscribers, and people who just popped in to watch. Thank you again, and bye for now.
Shining on a cloudy day, and it don't matter what you say, 'cause even if the sky is falling, I'ma do it anyway. So